and welcome to what's in this week's Oban Times, with me, Finn Nixon.
Me, Kathy Griffiths.
And me, Sandy Neal.
We hope you're keeping warm after the return of the snow, and the Oban Times have lots of news and photographs for you this week. Don't forget, we always like to hear your news and see your photos as well. You can call us on 01631 568 000, email editor@obantimes.co.uk, or message us on Facebook, Instagram or Twitter. Kathy, what stories do you have for us this week?
Well, good news is CCTV is coming to Ganavan to deter antisocial behaviour and any naughty overnighters who are flouting the beachside car park's no sleeping in vehicle rules. But the bad news is the cameras won't be going up straight away because, according to Argyll and Bute Council, there's quite a lot of paperwork to get through first. People objecting to more than 40 homes potentially being built in a green valley near Oban's Lonan Drive are being urged to mobilise once again in the hope of securing another public hearing that might swing in their favour this time, now that different developers are behind the bid. An out-of-action lift has left residents at Mull Bowman Court trapped for months. The breakdown means some people are stranded upstairs in the extra care flats next to Lonan Hospital, and they're still waiting for repairs. Social landlord West Highland Housing Association has apologised for the inconvenience and says it has been in urgent contact with the lift manufacturers to source the part needed to fix it, but due to heavy international supply issues, this is taking longer than anticipated. Let's hope it gets fixed very soon. Also, a fish farm feed barge that sank in a storm off Skye in 2021 and caused controversy when its rotting cargo released hydrogen sulfide gas has spent the night near Lismore. This week, the barge's owner, Bakkafrost Scotland, was having the 400-ton concrete vessel towed by a tugboat to Ardyne on Loch Striven, and sightings of the barge as it made its way down the Sound of Mull on Monday from Loch Striven stirred speculation and concerned claims by some eco-watchers that the barge could still be toxic. Bakkafrost Scotland says it wasn't. And if you have been fascinated and moved by our coverage so far of the life stories behind the names featured on Oban's War Memorial, then we have more for you this week as we continue to remember the lives lost in the conflict of 1917. Volunteers behind this memorial project are doing an incredible research job, so have a look at that in the paper or online. Finn, back to you.
Thank you, Kathy, and I look forward to reading all your stories, as you said, online or in the newspaper, which will be available in local shops and garages from Thursday. What have you been finding out for us this week, Sandy?
Well, thank you very much, Finn. I tell you what, it's going to be hard to top that. I mean, Kathy's clutch of stories there sound absolutely cracking. I can't wait to read them myself as well. Well, first of all, a ban on fishing around Tiree would wipe out 20 jobs overnight and end a community hanging on by its fingertips, locals have warned the Scottish Government in a consultation. Politicians have parachuted in to resolve a long-running dispute at Sorba Community Centre over whether a room can be used as a nursery or a warm space. While Jura's passenger ferry has been saved for another year thanks to a campaign by islanders, prices are set to rise due to a decreased subsidy and increased costs. Villagers tried to save Kilcrennan's school for the third time. Hainish Heritage Village, which was built on the most southerly point of Tiree to construct Scotland's tallest lighthouse, is moving closer into community ownership. And this month is the 50th anniversary of the sinking of the MV Loch Seaforth, the last and only Calmac ferry to be lost. The story was told around the world as a Hebridean farce worthy of the film Whiskey Galore. In this week's paper, you can read part 2 of The Ship That Sank an Island. Finn, I believe we've got some sport.
Thank you, Sandy, and that sounds fascinating. It was another busy weekend in sport in Oban and surrounding areas, despite some weather-related disruption. Oban Camanachd and Oban Celtics games were cancelled in the Shinty, but in the local match that was played, Lochside Rovers recorded an impressive 6-1 win against Ardmerkin in South Division 1. There was also success at Crufts in Birmingham for a Kilmore duo, consisting of Rachel Carey and Jem, the sheepdog, as they claimed 2 top 5 places. Well done to them both, and you can read all about that on our website. Nicola Morgan and Rebecca Christopher also made a long journey themselves to Aberdeen to represent the Oban Ravens squash team in the Scottish Squash National Masters Championships. We will keep you updated on the Ravens' progress throughout the year. In other sport, Loch Nell were beaten by Cambuslang in the Glasgow Youth District Football League, and the Oban Lorne men and under-18 teams both recorded impressive wins on the road in the rugby. We also have the darts roundup for you and a report from the Magical Kenya Open, where Oban golf ace Bob McIntyre was in contention until the final day at the weekend, finishing in 7th place with a sense of what could have been. That's your sport for this week though, and don't forget to check out all these stories and more at www.obantimes.co.uk or by picking up a newspaper from Thursday. And if you have your own story, get in touch. You can call us on 01631 568 000, email editor@obantimes.co.uk, or message us on Facebook, Instagram or Twitter. That's it for this week though, so it's goodbye from me, Finn Nixon.
Goodbye from me, Kathy Griffiths.
And goodbye from me, Sandy Neal.
Bye.
Bye.